Okay, ladies and gentlemen, have a look. Okay, so we're doing isometric, and like I always tell you, there's a few basics. And the first basic here is you need to figure out, before you start anything here, you need to know what you are drawing. And this is the, according to me, this is the problem that most people have. They don't know what they're drawing, that's why they struggle. So if I look at this base here, obviously I read the question, but I don't even have to read it because I know that this will be a front view and a top view. Why? How do I know that? Because my four views in third angle will be the front view, the top view, the right view, and the left view. So if I have two views vertically aligned, it must be the front view and the top view. If you go and read the question now, they say, the given figure shows the front view and the top view of a simple model. Model meaning something that was 3D printed, like this object here. Okay? So it's just a casting. It's one thing. Okay? And now they say, make point S, that point, make that the lowest point in the drawing. What does that mean? If that is not point S, it will change the orientation of your question. In other words, if you look at the memo, it won't be lying like this, it will be lying in a different orientation. And then it's going to be wrong. Okay? If you make your own isometric, then it doesn't matter. But if you are doing an isometric for the exam, we have to ask you to make point S the lowest point. Otherwise, we're going to have probably 6 different memos. Okay? And it will all show different lines. Okay, so the first thing is, if I look at this base, I've told you guys this before, I go up and I see what lines up with this. Then I see, okay, this part lines up with it. So this must be that part. Okay, another thing. Julle moet nou gou kyk hier. Remember I mentioned this yesterday quite a few times. If you struggle with the inside, take something familiar. Okay? And if I put this stuff over here, and I say to myself, okay, this is my front view, and I look where my thumb is, where this label is here. If it's in third angle, I put my hand up there. If it swivels, this surface closest to you will be closest in this top view as well. I'm giving you good information now. If you don't focus now, you will never get this right. If you listen now, you're going to get it first time. Okay, so when I swivel something, whatever's closest to me will be closest to me in the top view as well. So in other words, what I'm saying is that the surface here will be the surface that you see there. Definitely. Because that is visible. If my thumb is here, if it turns like this, it will be closest to you. Okay? If I take another object, let's take this part here of this hexagonal thing. How do I know it's not a hole? This could have been a hole in there, but I know it's not a hole because if I look at the front view here, I can literally see that these 3 lines here, if I take it up, will be that area there. And that is what gives me my answer. That is what tells me what this is. Verstaan julle nou hoekom ek vir julle sê that this is not a more complicated inside-wise drawing than the previous one that you did. The previous ones were much more difficult. The only difference here is we're not giving you that measurement. You must just go and work it out now. Okay? So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to sketch this thing out. Now, I'm just going to do it over here. I'm going to have a base there at the bottom. And now I'm going to make that point the lowest point in the drawing. Okay? So if that is the lowest point, then this flat side will be here. Don't let this floor you. Okay? So the hexagon is now, okay, let me put it to you like this. The side that I marked as A now, this side and this is B. A is now lying on this side and B is now lying on that side. Okay, so the 2 sharp edges will be there and the other sides are lying there. Then I'm literally just going to take those lines up and I will get my then we'll get that. So if you make it a bit bigger, this is what it looks like. So that is a hexagonal prism. Okay, there in the top. Okay, how do I get that thing? How do I get this measurement and that measurement? There's only one way, and that is to go and to draw it out. Okay, so dit gaan ons gou doen. Ek het my tekenpotlood vir 'n seun gegee om te gebruik wat nie nou ene het nie, so ek gaan hom met 'n gewone potlood gewerk. Het een van julle dalk 'n skerpmaker by julle? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to quickly show you guys how to get this right. If you can do this one, you'll be able to do the other ones as well. It's just a different object at the top. A square prism and like a hexagonal pyramid, but the rest is basically the same thing. Okay. Right, I'm just going to quickly start here. Now, just remember, now we're going to go back to term 1's theory. Okay. I need to know how to draw a hexagon. Ek moet weet om 'n seskant te teken. Hoe doen ek dit? Ek moet weet daai is 'n lengte van 25. So as ek dit wil teken, dan stel ek my passer op 25. Gaan dit sommer, I'm going to do it here on the side. So that's 10, 20 and 25. This is one of the easiest methods to draw the hexagon. Jy kan ander ook gebruik, die seskant. There are other methods as well, but I would say this one for this drawing that we're doing now, this might not be a bad idea. Okay, die potlood is maar baie lig. Not sure if you will be able to see this. So I've set my compass to 25. And now I just go to that corner there and I mark off 25 here. And I put it on this corner and I mark off 25. This should give me what I'm looking for. So there I'm going to have a straight line. If I draw this at 60 degrees, that would be that line, sorry, that is not very neat. This one, if you're drawing a 60-degree line there, it should end there. Okay, now the secret to this drawing is the following. If I now put in this is why we are doing the hexagon. I'm going to make a little block here. What I sometimes do is I draw out the whole thing. So I draw out the full hexagon instead of only half a hexagon. They're only drawing half here because if you've got that distance, you have the top one as well. Okay, so this is to save some space. Okay, I'm going to start here. The bottom is 60 by 60, so I'm just going to draw a 30-degree line here. And remember the concept that I also taught you is that when you are drawing, always start with a full block. The height is going to be 20, 15, 15, 20. That's 20. This is going to be 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's 50. Is 60. Okay, gonna measure 60 to the other side as well. Is 50. Is 60. Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight up. If you don't have a lot of space here at the bottom, just move your ruler up and work from the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna go and draw a 30-degree line here. We have to work accurately here. Dis een van die plekke julle where I try not to move my ruler too much. Okay, because that will cause some of your lines to maybe be slightly out. Yeah, 60 by 60, 60, 60. Okay, and the height of this thing is 20. I'm just going to put that in. Also, yes, I seen ek meet hom net een keer. I'm only measuring the distance once. Then I'm just transferring the lines over. Jairas, kan jy nou teken of het jy nie nou? Okay, daar is een van die kinders, hy het 2 driehoeke. Ek dink daai man agter jou, dink hy 2 van alles. Alright. So hierso is jou 60 by 60, nee. Nou, wat ek gou vir julle wil wys is, now I'm going to get the center of this thing. And this is going to help you really a lot. So by 30, I'm going to measure 30 on this line. So 10, 20, 30. You're doing an isometric drawing with an angled line. This is the concept in 10, 11 and 12 that you are going to be tested on. 10, 20 and 30. Okay, I'm going to draw a 30-degree line across here. And also a 30-degree line across from this side. Okay, so there we go. We're going to draw those 2 lines here. So I just got half of this thing, half of that one. Okay, so the 2 lines that you see here now are actually the line that's running across there and that's running across there. I'm going to label this the same. I'm going to put here an A here and a B there. So here we have our A and there we have our B. Okay, so Aiden, I want you, the question that you had earlier, now I don't have to measure from the sides of the thing. Okay, so what I simply do, you can work it out, 60 minus this width, but it's not necessary because I've got these center lines. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to measure, this is A and that is B, half of B. So I'm just going to go and measure this distance. Here we go. So I'm going to measure this distance. The distance from the center to B. That distance I'm going to put in over there. And I'm going to transfer it to the other side as well. Okay, so you guys have just now drawn the line here in the middle. That pink line that I just drew, this is now what you see from that point to that point. That is the same line now. Okay, now I'm just going to go and I'm going to do the opposite one as well. I'm going to draw this one that you see in green. I'm going to put across there. And this is the line that you see there, the green line. That's going vertically up. I'm going to measure that. That's the same one there. This one was the pink line. I'm going to measure the green line now. Guys, before you pack away, just do this concept quickly. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to finish it.
Aldrich Hesse, Karl Baron, dan die 115B rugby spelers, dan met die pauze na meneer Iman se klas en aan.
So that distance, and that distance is what you see here now.
Skryf meneer Senden hier voor die skool, Josh Smit, Quantum Molitsani, Whitney Titus, Deacon Kutsie, Mika Silje, asseblief.
30 degrees. 30 degrees.
Dan vraag ek weer, dit is heerlijke sonskyn daar. Niemand is pauzes in die gebouw nie. Jy gaan asseblief buiten toe. En dan in verband met verjaarsdae. Ons weet is 'n heerlike dag, ons weer net 1 keer 'n jaar. Maar ons vra asseblief mooi. Moenie mekaar met glitter gooi nie. Dit gaan nie van blazers af nie. Dit kleef aan alles. Dit sit op maatjies vas. Dit rig skade aan. Moet asseblief nie glitter gooi nie. Moenie meel gooi nie. As jy 'n maatjie het wat verjaar, bring 'n ballon, bring 'n blom, bring iets wat nie skade aanrig of bors nie asseblief.
Okay, so you guys will see these distances that I've marked here now. Okay, you guys can go. Just make sure that you draw up to here. I'm going to finish this and I'll try to remember to upload it for you. There's the hexagon. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm also going to put this distance. That's the distance that you see there. Just going to place it on the other side of the drawing as well. Or I can take it with a 30-degree line across. Kan dit so 30 grade oorvat. You can just do this as well. You can just transfer that distance over. Okay. And once you've got this, you can just complete the line there. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Once you've got this hexagon, now we're just going to go up. We're just going to go straight up to complete the height of this thing. So every one of these points that I'm marking with a tick, we're going to take that up. We're going to take it up for 50 millimeters. I'll just quickly do that. So I'm just going to go construction line here, one at the back, one over there. All of them just go 60 millimeters up. That's going to give us our height. There are more than one way to do this, but I would say this is a good way to do it. I'm going to use my compass. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 millimeters. I'm going to measure this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm just going to go, sorry, the height is 50, so it should be 50 from 10 to the 5. Just going to go up there. I can go up here. I can mark it on all the sides. I can mark the same height. Okay, and you're going to see now, so my points, this is 50, that is 50, that one is 50, this one is 50, this one is 50, that one is 50, and now I just connect them. Okay, so this will give me, I'm going to start with these two lines. I'm going to get a line there, going to have a line over there. I'm going to connect, this one will be similar to the other one. Okay, I'm going to put this one in, put that line in, I'm going to put this one in, here's my hidden lines. Just going to add the hidden lines that you can see where they would be. Dis my weggesteekte lyne aan die agterkant. That will also be a hidden line. I'm just going to have to quickly use an eraser there. Okay, so I'm just going to, sorry, not that one, this one. There's going to be a hidden line there at the back. This one will be a hidden line. Weggesteekte lyntjie want hy lê agter. Kan nie hom sien nie, daai gaan ook 'n weggesteekte lyntjie wees. Okay. So the hidden lines will be there and there and there. And I also am going to put in the hidden lines at the back. Remember, if you want to check if you missed a line, you should have 3 lines coming together at every single corner of your drawing. This will go down. There's not a line there. I'm also going to put this one in. Okay, and here's my drawing. So you guys will see what is the main concept here. The main concept is simply that we need to first draw out, if we have something with angled lines like a hexagon, a pentagon, a square that's turned, I first have to draw out that square so I can get the height and the width that I can apply it into my drawing. That's the main idea here. There's also a hidden line. Remember, if you want to add in all the hidden lines, you have to put all of them in. You can always check in the question if they ask for the hidden lines, then you can put all of them in. Okay, and once again, the distance here is the distance here, and there, and there, and there. That's the same distance because that is on the A side. And the B side, I only drew half of the hexagon, but that distance and that distance would be the distances that you see there and there and there. Okay, so just do both sides. I've measured it off, and yeah, that's how I got my hexagon. As you know, the center line and die binnekant wil inteken, you can also do that. I'm just going to put a center line through the middle there to just indicate the center of this one. I'm going to take that point up, just mark it there at the top, and here I'm going to have another center line, long short line, and I can also just put in a vertical center line as well, just indicate the center there. Okay, so this is the first drawing. The second one will be the same, the third one will be the same. Hexagon, this time a hexagon base, hexagonal base, and a square thing at the top. Right, I hope this helps. Good luck and enjoy your drawing. And remember, anybody can draw, just apply the principles that you've seen. Just again for the height, that 50, it's 50 from there to there, 50 there, 50 there, 50 there, 50 and 50. And you'll see these lines are all parallel, the corresponding lines on the same sides. Those two will be the same angle, that will be the same angle, this one and the bottom one. Okay, good luck guys.